Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Smalling. I am the mayor of the city of Westmoreland. I am also currently a candidate for re-election to the office of mayor for the city of Westmoreland. I wanted to do a series of videos to discuss with everyone some issues in our community that I feel are very important to our future. I hope those issues are important to you as well. And by doing these videos, I hope to provide some insight to who I am and what I feel is important and my vision on a lot of these topics. Today's video is supposed to be about who I am and what motivates me. I've been serving on the city council uh, at different times since 2004. I have served 3 terms, and I was in my 4th term as city alderman when the previous mayor resigned, and I was elevated to the office of mayor, having served as vice mayor at that time. And since 2004, being able to represent you and uh, speak for your family and be your voice in the matters pertaining to our city government has been very rewarding to me as an individual. Uh, in 2004, I was 28 years old, and I had been working at Walmart for quite some time. And I had decided that I wanted to do something with my life just beyond work and provide a paycheck. So, having grown up in the environment where my parents fostered a good example of public service, my mother worked for the police department for 32 years, and my father was a member of the Westmoreland Civil Defense Rescue Squad and Fire Department from the time he was 18 years old. So their living examples of public service had always inspired me in some way. And in 2004, when I wanted to do something different with my life, I felt like that I could run for public office and go beyond what they had accomplished in their public service duties. I don't know that I've quite lived up to the example that they have provided me in my life, but I'm trying. uh, so I've been around a lot of the people in the past that uh, were involved in our city government from the time that I can, any memories really. Those people are in my mind that their level of care and what they wanted to do for the community has always been there with me, and have been many examples of those folks inspired me to as I lead today. And I often feel like I wish I could have a conversation with some of those folks now to, as an adult, to understand some of the things that I know that they had talked about or things that were going on at the time that were important. And so in recent years, having served for a while, my motivation has been the public and knowing that everyone was treated fairly and everyone's voice was going to be heard. And if there was a problem or a conflict, I would like to think I'd be the first person to stand up for you and make sure that what you needed or what your concern was put on the table and addressed fairly. That's been very motivating to me. And and as while I've served as mayor and had to take care of the day-to-day operations of the community, uh, it's been very motivating to see that we are not standing still. Westmoreland is very much alive and growing, and that we can sit still and not address those issues, or we can have critical conversations and make plans. Even if we don't agree, we can move forward. This past year, one of the more motivating things to me is that the council that I serve with and the council that um, I lead has been very open to a lot of the things that I put on the table for approval. And I've tried to make those things as clear and as concise as possible. I never tried to dictate the room or lead the conversation as much as I've tried to allow them a forum to ask questions and have it, presented to them by the professionals that know far more about the issues than I do, in order for them to make the best decision possible. All that while listening to the community and knowing that there are needs that you guys have that need to be met. And another motivating thing for me this past year has and always has been, a lot of people say, I guess being the mayor of Westmoreland is tough. I bet people complain all the time. And I tell them, no, I do communicate with a lot of people. A lot of people reach out to me about their concerns and their problems and something that needs to be resolved, but they're never complaints to me. Anytime someone's come to me about a concern, I don't consider that a complaint. Yeah, could be a problem that needs to be resolved, but just because they've took the time to come to me and talk to me about what's important to them, I've never considered those complaints. So as mayor, I can say I've never received a complaint from a citizen. It's always been a valid concern or a problem that needed some level of forethought to correct. And I just see that as different as most people. I don't receive complaints, and or I don't see them as complaints. So that's been motivating to me this past year. Moving forward in the next few years, Westmoreland is growing, and I take a lot of strength in the fact that we're growing now at a pace that we've never grown before, and that there is a great need to create many, many plans and have a lot of discussions about that growth, so that the community can be the kind of community that you want it to be and not be out of control or an undesirable place to live. And through the next few series of videos, I hope to demonstrate what some of those plans are and what those plans might become and how you can step up and participate and be a voice when it comes to creating those plans. And I hope you take something from this series of videos and that it is very helpful to you. And I appreciate you taking the time today, and looking forward to hearing from everyone and receiving the comments on these videos, and letting you know you can always reach out to me either here on social media through my email, jamesbriansmalling@gmail.com, or you can call me or text me 615-319-0056. Thank you.